What's good? My name is Goldkimono from Amsterdam. I'm hanging out at DIFFUS today. My top 5 is unexpected sources of musical inspiration, and I chose that because I ran into some unusual circumstances while recording at home at my dinner table on my laptop. So number 5 is actually my daughter's little toy keyboard. It had all these broken parts, and you know, when I started like playing on it, it made all these weird glitchy sounds. I was like, this is kind of cool. So I took it over to my laptop and recorded it into these Apple corded earbuds, the mic of it, and it just sounded weird and like vintage-like and lo-fi. And I was like, this is a pretty sick sound. So number 5, my daughter's toy keyboard. And number 4 is a bass guitar from a really nice Guatemalan man I met in America while recording at my parents-in-law's hut. I was in a hut at my in-laws, and I had no real musical equipment, and I was desperately looking for a bass. And there was a guy from Guatemala that was working there, and he heard me say that I made music, and he walked up to me and was like, "I have a bass for you, man." And I was like, "Really?" So he gave me the bass, took it down to the studio. It turned out to be a real cheap, kind of standard bass. But I made some real essential tracks with that bass guitar, and afterwards I thanked him big time and promised that I'm going to take him out for a drink next time I'm in the United States. Alright, number 3, it's a bar stool. Really weird source of inspiration during my recording time in Amsterdam at Stamped Studios. We were all kind of hanging back and, in need of inspiration, and then all of a sudden my drummer looked at the corner of the room and he was like, "What's that bar stool like?" And he grabs this bar stool, and he's kind of shiny with sparkles on the seat, and he turns it around and we start hitting it in different places, and it appeared to be this magical unicorn percussion instrument. So this bar stool basically became our best friend, and we basically owe it royalties by now, I think, because we use it on the whole record. So the bar stool. Number 2 is a very unusual source of inspiration. In a way, it's my girlfriend talking about potatoes in a Southern American accent. I was recording at my dinner table, my laptop, and I was kind of had my head down, didn't really know what was going on around me. And it happened to be that my girlfriend was actually making potatoes at the time. And she didn't know I was recording, so she was doing her theatrics with potatoes, talking in a Southern accent, talking about these taters are near damn ready. And then it recorded right into my microphone, and I kind of laughed, and I stopped and I said, you just recorded that, right? And she was like, "Oh, sorry," And then I listened back to it, and I was like, this actually fits pretty cool on the intro of this track. So, unusual source of musical inspiration, my own girlfriend making potatoes. Last but not least, number 1, it's my cat. So while I was working at my house, just doing my own thing, minding my own business, making some beats, I wanted to do this little synth pattern, and while I was doing it on the MacBook keyboard. So I use my MacBook keyboard as a synth. It's a bit quirky, but if you don't have anything else, it fucking works. So I was doing it, and then all of a sudden, from the corner of my eye, my cat jumps from off the ground straight onto my laptop, onto the keys, activating the keyboard and creating this whole new pattern I've never dreamed up in my life. And then she kind of looks at me and she goes, like cats do, and she moved on with her life. And I was left with this sort of scramble of MIDI, and I was like, I pressed play and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So, my cat just helped me out in a major way. So number 1, bless you, my cat. So that was my top 5. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you, might get some musical inspiration from it too. Maybe, buy a cat. I don't know. Anyway, it was lovely to hang out with you guys. My name is Goldkimono. Check you later. Peace.